You got a title for this one?
Yo, the injury heard around the world.
Injury?
The injury heard around the world first. Yeah, it could be the ankle. First it was the
and the excuse
around the world.
Heard around the world. But go ahead. I said the excuse heard around the world. The alibi. No. The alibi heard around the world. That's gonna be it. All right, now we starting it. The alibi heard around the world.
This is
an alibi. This an alibi. But go ahead. Start the show.
What's going on, guys? This is Fighting Words with Kev and Shells. I'm Shells.
This is Kev, 8 Count Sports.
And you know, he's quite mad. Tell him why you mad, sir. Tell him why you mad. Tell him why you mad.
It just seems like an unresolved pay-per-view, man. Everything. And y'all letting Conor off the hook.
Man,
y'all letting Conor off the hook. We gonna start with the main event.
Bro, a broken ankle or shit is not off the hook, bro. It what happened. But
circumstance.
Let's first get to the point. Prediction. Your prediction was that Dustin would win.
Well, no, I said third round.
You said third round?
I did say
my prediction that Conor was going to win between the first and second. So my prediction was wrong. Your prediction was right. But it was not controversial, but you was right in the most unusual way.
Let's get to it, man.
I mean, what happened is what happened. Conor lost the match by TKO to Dustin due to a medical stoppage due to the injury he suffered from a missed punch that both was trying to throw at each other. And Conor stepped back, and at the step back,
broke his whole leg.
Right leg gave out on him. It gave out on him. And according to Dustin, during his post-fight interview, he told Rogan that he felt something when Conor checked.
When he checked Conor's kick.
When he checked Conor's first and second kick of the fight,
yeah.
He said he pointed at him, and they'll show footage of him actually pointing at Conor during that kick, and the kick was like his foot kicked his shin instead of his whole leg. So it could be that probably, gave it a little like a what's called a hairline fraction.
Yeah, that's what
he's a hairline fraction.
Yeah.
And fell on it.
But hairline fraction. Mathematics.
But let me get a close on man Kev, because right now he's mad at.
I'm not. Here's what I don't. It's several things, and I don't get mad a lot, but it's several things that just annoyed me in the fight. It's just, first of all, it's the concept. I felt like this is an alibi. He was about to get dusted, bro. Conor was about to get smoked.
Conor was getting dusted.
He looked good in the first 10 seconds of that fight. Dustin took everything. Everything. He took Conor's best shot.
Yo, let me tell you something.
He checked all his kicks, got him down to the ground. Bro, it looked like, I'm looking at the fight, I'm like, man, Conor's putting his best effort out there, and Justin is handling everything. Oh, Conor was supposed to win that first round. That's what we all said. If he going to win,
right. No, you're absolutely right.
They didn't break even. He was getting, he started to get bombed on. It looked like the Khabib fight.
Yo, I'm going to throw a point your way to make your point stronger. I felt that Herb Dean could have stopped the fight in the first round. To me, it felt like at the end. To me, it felt like Herb Dean was allowing that fight to go longer.
Because he knew the round was about to end. He knew the round was about to end.
Herb Dean could have stopped that 5 seconds before the fight was 3 seconds before the fight.
I was happy he didn't stop the fight, to be honest with you, because I knew the round was going to end. That's good awareness, because he knew the round was going to end. But here's what I didn't know. At that last part, when Dustin started bombing on him, Conor's ankle was already broken. Don't get me twisted. He was bombing on Conor earlier, but the last 10 seconds, Conor fell back. And then Dustin started to really bomb. That's when his ankle was already broken.
Yeah, that's when the ankle was already broken.
It was already broken, right. But the thing was, before that, Dustin was like, this was not the way. If Conor was going to win this fight, he was going to win early.
Yeah,
Dustin, we could make the argument Dustin dominated. The way how the fight,
he did dominate.
Bro, the way how the fight was, and here's my thing. Here's why I feel away. I'm like, yo, Conor just, even though he broke his leg, he got off. Because the way he was gonna lose this fight, he was gonna get stopped.
No.
He was gonna get stopped.
You're 100% right. That breaking of his leg was the best thing that could happen to him.
Saved his rut. It saved his rut. He got to
It's the
talk
best.
trash after.
Bro,
Joe Rogan sitting down, talking with him, having a seat with the dude. But here's
when
my
DC
thing.
said, yo, I could see these guys fighting in the ring. This. I'm like, yo, this complete, man. This complete. You know, you see what Dana wanted to say.
They trying to get him, bro. This is going to get him Apollo Creed, bro. He going to,
yo, bro.
You can still do it. No, you can't.
Bro. And you know what? Dustin will take that fight because you know why? That's a big payday. But here's the crazy thing that they brought up. Here's the thing. Dustin, next fight is for the title shot. Period in the story. We know that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
If Dustin beats Oliveira, the rematch between him and Conor is less likely to happen because Conor don't deserve that title shot. You have to work his way back up somehow, some way. They can't give him. If Conor heals from this, because it's gonna take a while for him to heal. I don't see Conor fighting again until next year.
A year. He'd be 1 year older.
Earliest.
And another year off. And another year off.
And that being said, if all that time Dustin is a champion, Conor can't get that instant rematch if he comes back.
Yes, he can. You don't think? No. Here's the thing. My thing with UFC, they do what your man's Dana White. He do whatever.
Dana White. Yeah, he
just take people out the rankings. It'd be wild. So they just doing whatever.
Right, you're right.
What? You're not fighting. You got off the rankings, bro. Like, nah. They took my man. They took Leon Edwards off that ranking. He went from 4 to 0 because he didn't fight some dude that was like number 15. I'm like, man.
And they put him right back when
you agree to fight him now? All right, we put you back in the rankings. That like what? Nah, bro. Same Conor McGregor that threw a whole trolley through a truck. People were hurt, cut. He fighting next thing, no suspension, no nothing, man. Come on, man. They
found picograms they found picograms in John Jones. They moved the whole fight to another state.
And then get mad when you ask honest questions like, well, if they're not having a fight here because of steroids, I mean, is there a steroid issue? Is this a steroid issue? I can't believe you asking that question. Like,
oh, my favorite line when Dana said, this is my favorite line with Dana White. When you ask him a hard question, he says, what is he talking about?
Bro, nah, but I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna say something right now, bro. And it was. I seen it a few times tonight and in the past too. I like Joe Rogan, yo. I'm gonna be real with you. I like him. I think he's dope with his interviews. I like his show, all of that. His commentary, bro, he get too hyped way too fast. Like, not every punch hurts everybody, bro. It's like everything's, oh, he's hurt. I'm like, no, he's not. Yo, Conor landed like one punch, bro. He's like, oh, he's hurt. I'm like, no, he's not. He looking straight at Conor, bro. I'm like, stop.
I like don't make it exciting.
They get too excited, bro. Like, relax.
That's to get fans hyped up.
Relax. Nah. We already hyped. Don't tell me something that ain't there.
You already hyped. But the casual who just bought it because they only know Conor need to get hyped up like that. There's people who bought it just because of Conor. They don't know nobody else on this card.
Well, the people that know Conor know Dustin now, bro. And if he didn't break his leg, they would have really knew Dustin. Bro, that would have been the ultimate. Who this remind me of? You know what this remind me of? This remind me of Khabib and Conor. You know why? I never forget DC said it. It was somebody said it after the fight. Because with everything going on with Conor and Khabib, if Khabib would have just beat Conor the way he did and not did anything after the fight, it would have looked bad for Conor. But because of all of the extra stuff after the fight, it took away from the fact that he got flat out dominated, bro. It took away. Mm-hmm. That's all anybody focused on. Let me ask you, man. So what's next? What's next for Conor?
Heal. That's what's next. Gotta heal.
Who?
Heal.
Gotta heal?
Heal. He don't got.
I mean, well, what do you think? Is this 1 year old? It'll probably be a whole nother year.
Bro, it says only my phone. Let's switch off.
I mean, what did you see in that fight with Poirier, man? From Conor, what did you see? Were you impressed with Conor's performance?
I saw your point. Dustin is
Better fighter. He got better.
He is at a different level. He's at a different level. Conor has to, but here's the question: is it because Conor has reached his peak,
You
or
think he could get better? I
that's
think
the
Connor's.
question?
I think Connor reached. I think Connor. Like I said to you before, I think Connor, like he was ahead of the pack. He was ahead of the pack, bro. And the pack, the guys that are still there, and the guys that are at the top now, they evolved. In order, this is MMA is just quickly evolving. It's these dudes are better now. Think about Ronda Rousey. Remember Ronda Rousey in the beginning? She was dropping everybody, and then she just happened to fight somebody that was nicer. Like they, and,
saying is it's time for Conor to hang it up and join the WWE.
you know what? I say this. You know what? I don't want to sound like Connor's dope, bro. I like him.
Say what you said.
No. I gotta say this before I say it because I don't want it to come off a certain way because I actually think Connors is dope and I'm a fan, like straight up.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's dope, like straight up. I think that would be good, just straight up and down. I think this is the way, like, or take a sort, like if he come back and try to fight somebody I can't see him trying to fight Oliver, bro. Like Poirier in him is like the top of is different now, bro.
You know what?
It's I would say different crop. These dudes is nice.
Right. So I'm gonna answer your question because you said what's next for him. I don't really want to answer it because MMA is so unpredictable. Anything can happen in the UFC, and the amount of times it takes for him to heal, so much can happen that whatever we say now could be 100% irrelevant by fucking next week. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this: it would be nice for him to fight Diaz if the stars align.
Bruh, you know what the problem is, though?
Mm-hmm.
You know what the problem is? With all the bad blood between him and Poirier now is just eclipsed Diaz, bro.
It has.
Like, I can't see, bro. I cannot see him coming back and fighting anybody that's not Poirier.
Okay, let me say what. Let me put it on the table. I kind of said it with a biased context. I said it in the mind frame that Poirier would have been champion by then. Because if he's champion, I don't think. But you're right though. He would because it's the UFC. But legitimately, if he comes back from an injury, he don't deserve that immediate title shot. So you have to fight someone to prove his. And I like to see him fight. Yes, but again, what we're saying is so irrelevant because so much can happen between now and whenever he comes back. If he comes back. Bro. Real talk.
You know what's interesting about that? You're right. And normally the UFC does that. And they could put him in with anybody. No, I don't want to say anybody, but they'll put him in. And no matter who they put him in with, if Conor got the win, they'll be like, oh, it's a title shot. But you know what the problem is? But you know what the problem is with that, bro? Could he beat just anybody, bro, at this point? I mean, coming back. And then here's another question. We know what we know, but Conor would know more than we would. In his psyche, do you think he thinks he could beat Justin right now?
That's an unanswerable question. I mean,
I don't think he could, bro. He pulled out all the stops. He tried to be Mr. Bro, I was gonna text you because I was saying to myself, bro, I was like, damn, Justin looked kind of nervous, but once the bell rung, he got relaxed. Bro, Conor put out all the stops. Bro, I think that was the best Conor that we can possibly see, bro. I honestly feel that. I think Conor knows that. He was doing stuff. He was on the ground all day trying to go for geek, like, bro.
So if you feel that's the best Conor, that means
and he knows that, bro. And I know he knows that, bro. I think it's a role reversal now. I think if he gets back in there with Justin, it's going to be doubt on his side. Justin at this point knows he could beat Conor. Knows it.
Remember when I told you during the pre-show that I said that his antics remind me of the Khabib antics? And to me, even then, it seemed like he was using the antics to convince himself he was still that guy, as opposed to beforehand, he used antics already knowing he was a guy. Like Poirier won. Those antics was him being a scholar of the art of war, get in their head first.
Right,
So in his head, he's already a soldier doing what he had to do.
yeah.
But by the time he got to Khabib, his antic was him trying to convince himself that he was still that guy who could beat anybody, who's still the baddest 155 pounder.
Right.
And that's probably he probably already knows it. He probably already knew it coming into the fight, which probably was the source of those crazy antics. Like tonight when he said, "Yo, your wife was in my DM," I'm like, "Yo, this dude kind of is."
Yeah,
Yo, he just going.
In fairness, though, Justin called him a dirtbag.
No, bro,
he was mocking him with
Huh?
I said, in fairness, Justin did call him a dirtbag in the post fight. He was mocking his ankle, all of that. You ain't see all of that?
He was mocking.
He said, "This dude is a dirtbag."
But bro, the DM thing was before that. You know that, right?
Yeah, it was.
So Conor was already in that lane. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I noticed? When I think about it, I think when Conor gets that personal with you, it's try to compensate for his insecurities. Because the only person who he went that personal with to me was Khabib. Because he attacked Khabib's father. He attacked
Aldo. As far as he took the belt off the table, he was bugging, bro. I just knew
taking the belt off the table is different than attacking someone's religion.
Nah, he was. Yeah, but now wait. I gotta say though, with the thing with him and Khabib was, I'm not saying you wrong about that, but I felt like that was personal because it was, dude, he slapped one of his mans up at the airport. It was a whole lot of other stuff going on, bro. There was a lot of other stuff going on. Like that's why, like, I think that got as personal as it did.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
There was a lot of other stuff. I'm not saying you wrong though, but I think that with that,
you make a good point. You make a good point because
he got on a plane and flew all the way back over here for that. Like, dudes getting.
What's funny about that situation? To me, I still think, yo, huh?
He slapped his mans up. They got it on video, all of that.
Yo, bro.
They was wild. Like, Khabib sitting here acting like I'm so honorable. I'm like, man, stop.
He's not innocent. Khabib's not innocent.
Stop, bro.
You could tell Khabib. Khabib got that jerkness in him. You could tell.
He got a tempo on him. Yeah, like self. You know when dudes think they right about everything, like.
Yo, you could tell Khabib's he got that jerk in him. I think every one of those fighters, bro, you're in a sport where you're going in there to basically kill the other man before he kills you, right? You gotta have some kind of jerkness in you, my dude.
Confidence, yeah.
It can't, not just confidence. It gotta be something else, huh?
Be a gentleman. DC was a little bit of it. DC was a little.
DC gotta eat, yo.
Yeah, he got an ego.
He got an ego. All of them got egos. So DC got. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, like, for you to get into that line of work, right?
Line of work.
That's your job.
Yeah,
for you to say, like when you think about what they got to do to get to that level, all the sacrifice they got to make, you got to love it. So you love cracking another man in the face. You not just watching it like how we love watching, but you love actually doing it and breaking a man's arms. Like part of you it got to be a jerkness in you. So there's some kind of there's something there that's slightly off. So Khabib's it's not exempt from that. But yeah, in regards to Conor was next one, like I said, whatever we say is irrelevant. But that's what I like to see though. But yeah, wow. Conor, like whenever he gets that personal to me, it's a overcomes it for insecurity. So and the only two people he went that deep with me is Khabib and Dustin. Yeah. Although he was doing a lot of kid shit, it was kid shit.
Yeah.
Like when he was doing the press conference, the promotion tour with Mayweather, and he touched Mayweather's head.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that.
But what about Nate Diaz? Okay, well Nate Diaz too. He's throwing the what about
kid shit. He's not doing that. Like he's not gonna attacking. Like it's not in person. Like he's not saying something about your mother, or your wife. He's saying that your wife's in my DMs. He's saying he either called her.
He said a little something after that too, though.
Yeah, I think he called her a hoe or him. Huh?
He said a little something after that in the post fight.
Yeah, he said something crazy about her. Like so.
Yeah, he was wild.
Yeah. But so basically, this rivalry is now over, and you know when he comes back,
I just don't see it though. I don't see it.
Poirier, you don't see what?
I don't. I see that fight. I mean, but if Poirier is the champ, you know what it is? I just don't trust Conor. What I mean is, I don't. You know how I keep saying that it's an evolving sport. I don't remember we talked about this in the pre-show, like that he was 1-2 since coming back in 3 years, 1-2, and the one person he beat was Cowboy, who was on a 5-fight losing streak.
Yeah.
I'm not at this point. We're talking about him not performing up to expectations. Now he's going to be out another year recovering from an injury and a loss. I don't care how you cut it. He was on the, even if he was headed in the direction of losing. How do you, the guy, whoever it is he comes back against, let's say Poirier is the champion. I don't think he could be Poirier, but let's say if Poirier is a champion and they put him in a fight to fight the champion and winner gets number one contendership, I'm not sold he'll win that. Because these guys at these points, that Conor was ahead of the curve 4 years ago. It's a different, bro. It's a different animal. It's a different animal. The plan would be Poirier, but bro, I don't see that. I'm not sure about it. How would Conor get better, bro? He's gonna be rehabbing. Like he's gonna spend 9 months. How many months rehab?
That's what I'm saying. Like if he might not be being that you said he might be out for a couple of years. If that's the case,
then he might. That's a retirement. WWE. He could do anything, bro. He could do anything. You know what I'm saying?
He'd be good in WWE.
He don't need to be fighting. Look, he had the great alibi in this fight. His leg broke. He don't gotta fight. People gonna love Conor regardless. He could do whatever, bro.
So you think he should ride off to the sunset? That's what you're saying,
bro. I think if he don't ride off into, I mean, it's on him. I mean, he could come back because he's a tough. Conor's a warrior, bro. Connor's a warrior, bro, and we all respect that about him. I'm just saying the smart thing to do would be take this alibi and ride off, because if whoever it is he come back against, bro, they are going to be, son. I think they're gonna be beyond his level, bro. I'm looking at this top, bro. This top, when Conor gets back, a lot of these dudes you see right now, dudes gonna be X'd out. It's gonna be probably Poirier still be there, Oliveira. I'm not sure Chandler gonna be there.
Khabib, little man might be there.
And if Khabib is there, that's even, bro.
Not Khabib. Khabib's young boy.
Bro, you know what this division is gonna look like?
Islam.
These dudes right now, bro. If that dude right now, I don't know what he's ranked, but if he fought Conor right now, you don't know Conor would be him right now. You would be like,
Islam.
Yeah.
Wait, Islam's fighting next week, but from what I'm hearing, people's ducking him. Like Islam should be up there already. From what I'm hearing, Islam, he's the future.
But what I'm trying to say to you, bro, is this would be the perfect alibi to ride off into the sunset, bro. It would be. It would be the smart, bro. It will be the smart thing to do, bro.
Yeah, get that WWE money,
bro. It'd be the smart, because if he come back, son, I just think he's gonna get work.
So you think that's it for Conor on the elite level?
Yeah,
It's a lot of questions for him right now that we can't answer tonight. It's the only time we'll tell. But folks, that was another episode of Fighting Words with Kevin Shells. I'm Shells.
Kev, 8 Count Sports.
No doubt. Everyone, don't forget to like our video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and share the video as well. Just spread the word, you know. Hit the notification button so you know when we post more videos. We got a whole lot of content to put up with a whole bunch of topics that we go in depth on. Definitely. So guys, until next time, guys, signing off. Peace.
All right.